Hey guys, we're back with a new guide video. This time we are going to be talking about Brewmother Safelane, since this hero is very popular right now. I'm just gonna get right into it. This is a replay of Satanic, because this game actually, doesn't end in like 20 minutes. Most Brood games I play either lose or win in 20 minutes. So yeah, we're gonna be looking at his Brood. He plays it very similar to me. First things first. We're gonna talk about, just in general, the hero. Why is it strong? I think there's a couple of reasons. To name a few, I think Brood has excellent facets, and Brood's innate is also very good. For example, this game, the health regeneration. The other one is like okay. The other facet, yeah, you get your Q on your spiders, but honestly, most of the time I probably take the necrotic webs. So yeah, other reasons why Brood is so strong. You now have incapacitating bite, which is an insanely good laning spell. So this used to be an active before. What was it called? Silken Boa or something? So yeah, it did like some damage on impact and then some mischance, and then your spiders deal more damage. Now it's just a passive, which is really good. Also has attack bonus, it's the move speed slow, so now you have double move speed slow. Your ulti slows move speed, and also your E slows move speed. So that's quite good. Honestly, this hero is like a mid-late game machine with your Q. Also the shard buffs Q. 4% bonus damage increase every 1 second with a 16-second duration. Couple that with the fact that I think the hero is very good in lane now because of your E. Couple that with the sustain of your Q. I don't know. The hero all around is just very good, I think. So even if you're not necessarily a Brood player, I think you can play this hero, because I do think it is a little different than it used to be, where I think before you played a lot more with your spiders. Now it's just like you mainly use the spiders to farm, and the hero is mostly picked safe lane right now. I would say maybe like 70% safe lane, 75% safe lane, and the rest is like mid and off lane. So even if you're not traditionally a micro player, I think you can pull this hero off after you watch this guide and maybe play a few games of unranked to get a feel for the hero, to get a feel for the spiders. Starting item build is pretty standard, just 2 circlets. You know, you are a universal hero, so you just buy a lot of stats. And yeah, I'm not going to talk about the lane like too much here. I'm not going to go too in depth. Obviously, when you play a hero like Brood or Primal Beast, you can basically go on top of the creep with your model, and then it makes it very hard for the enemy to click the creep. So if Magnus wants to deny his range creep here, he either has to... You have to move your camera in a way where the creep is at the front. That is what I do. That is one way to do it. That's how a lot of pro players also do it. There's also this option that Valve implemented in the modifier keys. So you can specifically bind keys to do certain things. So here you can interact only with allied units, for example. So if you bind this and then you press attack, then you will only hit, your ally creep, aka you will deny. It will ignore the Broodmother if you press this key. So that is basically, they implemented this, I think, mostly as a primal and Brood counter, because people were getting very mad and yeah, never accidentally Laguna played a creep again. Just stuff like that. So that's like the little shenanigans you can do with Brood in the lane. Is you go on top of the creeps, enemy can't really hit it or is struggling to hit it, you get a lot more denies and last hits than normal. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit, which is gonna be farming. A lot of people go double bracer right now in Brood just for the lane, just for the stats. I think you can go 1 bracer, 1 Wraith Band, or just 1 Wraith Band into Soul Ring, but you absolutely want the Soul Ring on this hero, because this hero is super mana dependent. They're playing pretty well on Dire. Let's speed this up a little bit. This lane stage will... It's not going to be too interesting. The skill build on level 2 is usually Q for sustain. But there's also times where, they don't really pressure you that much. So you can just go incapacitating bite. Just for, chasing potential, more damage. Actually, I mean, not more damage. It's like consistently more damage, because of the slow and the attack bonus. But obviously Q, while it's active, gives you more damage. So most of the time I probably go like 1-1-3, something like that, or 1-2-2. Yeah, probably like 1-1-3, just because I think this is so good. Speed this up a little bit. A double bracer, just for, yeah, I think it's just for the sustain, because this matchup is very harass dependent. This doesn't really matter too much, you know. If they pressure you a little more, you get a double bracer. If they pressure you a little less, you just get one bracer or a Wraith Band into the Soul Ring. It doesn't really matter if you buy PTs first or Soul Ring first. What matters is that you buy the Soul Ring. Because you really want to have a lot of mana when you're level 6, level 7. Soul 3, 1-1-1, very, very standard. Oops, missed the kill. Doesn't really matter though. Just chase him down with the slow. Yep. I got boots now. Let's see, level 4. I would say he's gonna go 2 in E. Yeah. It feels very hard to pressure this hero. You have the moose bonus from your webs, and also... Oh wow. It says increased health regen by 0. It used to give you health regen. Not sure if that does that anymore, but it used to anyways. 1-1-2. Oh, 1-2-2, yeah. It's either 1-2 or 1-1-3, it doesn't really matter. Okay, they're really going ham on this bot lane with the color rotation even. It's pretty good stuff. It says end, but the game is another 30 minutes long. It's a classic. So here is already the first thing that Brute Safeling is like known for. So there's two kind of scenarios. You want to branch out the webs according to how the game is going. So in this specific game, he's winning, right? So he's placing webs to an ancient area, and he's also going to be placing, surely, webs towards the triangle area towards mid. That's because he's winning. If he's losing, you just have these webs. These are fine. Probably like one more here for this camp. And then you just place like one here. One here for these two camps. And then you have easy like 1, 2, 3, 4 camps. In a, I'm going to say even to losing matchup. The beauty about playing Brood right now is that it doesn't really matter how your lane goes. Contrary to popular belief, this hero can lose lane and still be super useful because you farm so fast when you hit level 6. It is... The thing is, you don't need any items. It's a carry that doesn't need items to farm. All you need is a Soul Ring. Like, not even. You just press Q a few times, you get all spiders, you farm with them. It's pretty simple, honestly. The zero farm is incredibly fast. So here, places the web that I said you should need. And now, you usually max webs just so you can, you know, move around faster. So you're gonna end up with like, probably like 1-4-2 or something like that. This is just so nice. You have 46% move speed bonus. So here, places the one that, you know, I really think you should place. Places an extra one, probably for this camp later. And then you just do the farming rotation, you know, you go from camp to camp. You keep using your ulti off cooldown, keep using the Soul Ring. Most of the time we will be going into the Orchid route. If you're not buying Orchid as your first big item, then it's usually Saint Yasha or Manta. It's like the other item. But I'm a big Orchid enjoyer on this hero. Speed this up a little bit. You just see the farming rotation here. Places 2 more webs. Just to have, you know, the nice farming rotation. I don't really care what... We can quickly talk about how you micro this hero. I micro very simple. In general, I use tab. If I have my Brood selected, I press tab. I have all my spiders selected. That's it. That's how I micro. I have one other button, which is T, and that is select all other units. So that's basically everything but your hero. So if I don't use tab, I use F1 for my hero and T for all summons. That's all I use. I know there's all players that use control groups. So one control group for your hero, one for your spiders, and then another one for everything. That is also possible. I think you just need to find what works for you, and then you go with that. For me, tabbing and having like one extra hotkey is like perfect. That's all I need. That's how I microed in StarCraft, and that's how I micro in Dota. So that is just something you will have to kind of find out for yourself. But the good thing is Brood is not super micro intense. Because it's either you run in with every unit you have, or you run in with only your spiders, except your hero. That's it. It's not like you need to like split the spiders very well in most games or do like cute shit like that. No. When you play carry, honestly, it's not that hard. The micro aspect of this hero. Yeah, max the webs, and then we go into maxing incapacitating bite for the extra farm. I'm gonna speed this up again. You can just see the farming rotations here. Basically every adjacent camp is being farmed. Now, you know, we have the Orchid, that's our first big timing, and then we want to branch out to the enemy side, to the enemy ancients. We want to be able to connect here. With our first big item, we want to be able to connect to our team and make use of the Orchid. So all the spiders died instantly, but Dazzle's Orchided. And he died. Our drop here is done, back to farming. So he goes Manta here because, you know, there's a Frostbite, there's Dazzle Q, there's Phoenix Spirits, there's the Dive Slow, there's Dragon Knight Q, there's Magnus Slow from Q. There's a hella spells this game that Manta will help. Yeah, on level 10 you always take left side for the webs, because more webs means you are faster, means you are more useful, you can connect faster. Brood basically needs webs to play the game. You don't really play this without webs. So yeah. That is just a dead Magnus. Again, you know, we see an opening mid, we run mid to our team. That's where you kind of need to use your minimap quite a bit. Okay, just checking what he does here. Doesn't want to. We go back to farming. The good thing about Brood right now is you're really not in a rush. You're not in a rush to do anything because the hero is so good mid and late game. So I would advise you guys to, you know, kind of farm until the Orchid, and then look for kills when you have Orchid. That's what I would advise you to do. Again, you know, we see kills with the Orchid, we go for the kills. And it's back to farming. So until you have the Orchid, you kind of just take a chill. When you have the Orchid, you look for kills. And then, you know, you play it safe, but you do want to be involved in some of these kills. And then after you get some kills, you know, you just go back to farming. You're not... There should be no rush with this hero. Because it is, like, very, very... it is a very good carry hero. Dodges the DK stun, saw it coming. Has the Manta, can dodge all spells right now. He takes Spin Web Restore Time. I mostly take that one too. I would say like 99% I take the right one. As I said, you know, on Brood, if you're not fighting on webs, if you're not playing on webs, if you have no web charges, hero is pretty bad. So you really, you know, you gotta make sure you have enough webs to play with. It's going BKB. This is a very, very standard build, you'll see. I think the most standard build is like Orchid into BKB. But I think since his game is pretty good, he just, you know, squeeze in the Manta. But I think tri-core you want to have as items is the Orchid into BKB into the Saint Asha or Manta. So however you wanna, you know, whatever you wanna buy first, whatever you feel most comfortable with. But in the end, when you have 3 items, they should be Orchid, BKB, Manta, or Saint Jasha. That's kind of what you want. And then it's a little more open. You know, sometimes you need a Basher, sometimes you just go Bloodthorn because attack speed scales really well with your Q, and then you want to get the shard. So here he just fed, that's okay though. Let's see what he does when he respawns. It's always a little struggle when you respawn on Brood because you're probably not close to the webs. So he runs out to Wisdom. Get a Tormentor, get a Wisdom. Little pro tip, if he waited with the Wisdom there until 21, he gets the XP from the 21 rune twice. So now he got 560 instead of whatever you get at 21. So he could have gotten 2 big XP runes. But yeah, anyways. So here he just goes to his Ancients, because, you know, they're rushing. And yeah, you just take the safe farm, you know. Don't be afraid to, like, web up a new area, because, you know, you have a lot of charges. He just wants to get his BKB safely. Whatever, you know, wherever you can farm safely on this hero, place the webs, play around it. So here we have the BKB, now we can play aggressive again. This hero is just very, very item dependent to when you play active. No Orchid, you know, we take it chill. Orchid, we have Orchid, let's go. Let's go get kills, you know. After that, you know, the Orchid timing has kind of passed, we chill again. Until BKB, with BKB, you know, we go ham again. So here they're kind of feeding even though they have Aegis, which is kind of odd. So yeah, in what scenarios would I want to pick Brood? I think Brood is generally just a good hero. I think there's certain carry matchups that may be a little weird. Like, I think Ursa or Troll is kind of hard. Because both of them win the 1v1 fight versus you. And there's not a lot of heroes that do that. I think most other carry heroes will lose the, you know, just a straight up carry matchup. I think it's only like Troll or Ursa, honestly. I think most other, I think like a Monkey King who's super farmed may win. But yeah, that's open for discussion. So yeah, those two are, they're kind of hard. They're kind of hard to beat. But if you have a lot of farm, you know, you get an early butterfly or something, you might be okay. I generally like Brood when I have a support in lane that either has a slow or a stun, which is most support heroes right now. So he had Chikiro, I think, or Snap also works, honestly. I just like being able to fight in lane and play an active lane. So, you know, any like Maiden, Chikiro, Snap, I mean, Lich is amazing. Venge, Shadow Shaman. Yeah, there's a lot of heroes. As you can see, is mostly the range heroes I'm listing. I think Brood primarily synergizes with the range supports and not really with the melee supports. So I would probably be a little careful of playing or picking Brood when I have like a clock support or like, I don't know, a Pudge or a Bounty or yeah, like a Tusk or something. Then I probably not pick Brood. So I think it's more about your own lineup than the enemy lineup. Because I think Brood doesn't really have hard counters anymore on the off lane. I think when they have a lot of bursts, like let's say they play Centaur Grimstroke or Centaur Lion or something, I think you just get like a double bracer with a raindrop. And then I think they can't really burst you anymore. So I think it's mostly your own team composition that needs to make sense. So here, he's playing Skadi. You know, Dazzler's all heal, the DK, the slow is amazing. It's a good Skadi game. See what he does here in this fight. Brood is a support killer. So that is what you're gonna aim for in these fights. You're a backline killer, you're a support killer. Because you're so fast with the Orchid, supports just melt. So yeah, as I said, we have the timing, we have the BKB, so we're not really scared to fight, but we do want to be 5 people. So if Ember is dead, you know, we're gonna chill. So here, you know, he's using a lot of webs to farm. Don't be afraid to use your webs. They don't have a lot of... The restore time is pretty low with the talent. So he decided against the Bloodthorn, by the way, and went for the Skadi instead. I think both is fine, honestly. I think the Bloodthorn also makes all sense. Because I think your Q is just a joke with attack speed. Again, you know, we're close to Skadi, so we're not really gonna fight until our item is finished. Very, very item dependent hero, Brute. Now I speed this up again. Oops. It's just gonna be farming for a while. Got the Skadi, going to the Shard. Shard is amazing, as I said earlier. Really helps. 20, he went 30 of attack speed, which 100% of the time you should take. I'll just say right now, I think 99% of cases, you go left, right on your talents. Because you're gonna need webs. You're gonna need more webs. Attack speed is amazing because of your Q. And then you get minus 0.3 seconds base attack time on your Q, which is absolutely nuts. So that's just gonna be... Talents are super simple on this hero. 99% of the time you're gonna have those talents. Because there's a clear, like, better talent tree. So yeah, we have the item, we have the shard. You know, again, this is the 4th time, I think, that we finish an item and then we play aggressive. So it's pretty simple, right? We farm our side, we place webs in a way where it helps us to farm faster on our side until Orchid. We have the Orchid, we march forward into the triangle with webs. We get a couple of kills, we farm again. With Manta, we play aggressive again, force a kill or 2. Actually, he died too with Manta. And then we chill again. We farm the BKB, our side, our Ancients, you know, very chill. We have the BKB, we run in again and fight. Right? The BKB timing still is 9 seconds, by the way, hasn't even used it. They get Aegis, and then we have to chill again. Finish the Skadi, and now Aegis is out, we have the Skadi, we go again. So, knowing when to fight and when to farm is pretty simple on this hero. Because it's like pretty item dependent. It's pretty bound to when you finish your items. Because with every item you get, this hero just scales so much. Uses BKB, gets a Phoenix. Gets 2 kills. Has the shard, goes into Bloodthorn. Pretty simple. I'm gonna speed this up because, you know, we're just controlling the map right now. We're waiting for them to come out. Actually dies. Let's see how this happens. Oh, Bloodthorn DK into RP, huh? Ah, that shit hurts. Alive again, they get another Roche. We're just playing webs again. They have Aegis though, so we're gonna have to. We're gonna let them come to us. Again, they have Aegis. Oh wow, that's pretty good. Did he just dodge RP? No way. Maybe it was out of range? Not sure. He's just chilling. He doesn't have BKB, you know. No, BKB means we chill, guys. Very simple. He's big chillin'. This team is dying, actually. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's just chilling. No BKB means we don't fight. Pretty simple. Poor maiden. They're going him in again. No way though. So much saving on the Radiant. He's chilling for egg, and now there's still an RP, so that's what he's scared of. RP kills him. Ah, this Q lifesteal is just a joke. Well, DK respawned with no ulti, so that's it basically. We'll see. Oh my god, he bashed him. That's the game. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of this game. I think you can pick Brute when you have guaranteed a range support in your lane that has, you know, a slow or stun, and they preferably don't have Troll or Ursa. Then I already think it's like an okay Brute game. Then you play out your lane. Obviously, I don't know how that will look like. You're gonna be going into the Orchid, so we're playing moderately chill until the Orchid, you know, maximizing, placing webs in a farming rotation, as we just saw. Backwards, we're gonna be, I think he placed like 4 webs for like 6 camps or something, where the webs are very big now, so very easy to get to a lot of camps very quickly. We're gonna be getting the Orchid relatively quickly, and then you want to branch out with the Orchid. You really want to go into enemy triangle, make rotations towards mid with your first item timing. Be that Orchid, be that Manta, whatever you choose. After that, after you get a couple of kills, you will adjust again, you know, farm your own side. Unless of course you're stomping, and then you can just straight up win the game, but you really want to get your second item timing, either Manta or Saint Yasha or the BKB. And then you have your next power spike, and you do the same thing. You branch out with your webs into the enemy territory, and you want to fight with your second item timing. At some point, you know, they did not do that this game because the enemy team Roche twice, but you do want to get Roche because it's pretty easy with your spiders. Also, if you have Bloodthorn, it's super easy. So that's something that we did not see this game. I think Brood is a super easy Roche hero after you win a team fight. Yeah, and then honestly, after you have your Orchid / Manta or Saint Yasha / BKB, the world is yours. You can go Butterfly, you can go Bloodthorn, you can go Shard, you can go Abyssal. This guy went Skadi. You know, if they have a lot of healing, Skadi is amazing. Honestly, it's up to you, but just don't be afraid to take it mid or late game, because Brood is an amazing mid or late game hero now. With the talents, with your Q, hero is great. Yeah, that's a little summary. I think this hero is definitely easier to play than before, especially safe lane. I don't think people really expect you to micro very much. You're mostly just, you know, using your spiders as bonus damage and as a farming tool. That's really what you use them for. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want you guys to try out Brood, try out the build, and let me know in the comments what you think. Bye bye.